Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another Alliance War video. This is war number 8 in Season 29. Today, we're matched up against Universal Stars, an Agent Alliance who finished in Platinum 2 last season, but have a pretty nice prestige of just over 13,340. So this should be a pretty good matchup. This seems a little bit in our favor based on their position and their finish last season. So let's go ahead and check out the attack team today. We're going to bring in a fairly simple team, and we only have 2 fights in this war actually. So we are going to combine wars 8 and 9 into the same video here for you because they're both fairly short and inconsequential, not a whole lot going on. So we're going to throw in Mole Man, White Magneto, and Dr. Doom. So as you can probably guess, we have 1 Mole Man fight and 1 Dr. Doom fight. And the rest of this war, we are playing support with the White Magneto pre-fights, so we're going to place a few of those on Boss Island, and that'll be it for us. In Section 1, we are going to cruise through Path 3 there with those really difficult defenders you see. So we should get through Section 1 deathless and keep that streak going, which is always a positive. And Section 2, we're going to take Path 4, take on the Cosmic Ghost Rider and Sorcerer Supreme, very simple fights. So you might notice their defense looked a little light. That is because they only had 29 participants place their defense, and it was in BG3 that they had 1 missing, so they had 9 participants place defense. I'm sure they'll have a full 10 for the attack, but that does give us an advantage right off the bat. We are going to win diversity because they are missing 5 defenders, and that does give us free attack bonuses where we don't have to risk dying to 5 defenders as well. They had a rank 4 Hercules boss in BG3 here, which, why not? I mean, I don't think any Alliance War boss is getting more than like 1 or 2, maybe 3 defender kills at best right now, so why not go nuts with it, you know? Throw a rank 4 Hercules in there. He can be scary with his cheat death mechanic, and, you know, he hits hard, so why not? Why not throw Herc in there? He's a rank 4, so that's new. That should be interesting. Kind of a fun fight. But we're going to go ahead and get into our fights. Like I said, we felt pretty good because we felt like we had a natural advantage with them missing a participant. So we had a lot of confidence going in. We're going to throw on an invulnerability boost for this fight just because we have it, and it should carry over into our second fight as well. And again, it's just to be safe. Why not? It's the Steady Build-Up Unblockable Special Burst Lockdown 3 node with a Cosmic Ghost Rider on it. CGR almost messed me up with Dr. Doom a few seasons ago, and that was the only time I've had trouble with them. As long as I don't eat the special one, I should be fine. CGR should not be applying debuffs to me as long as I don't take any hits, and without that, the node really doesn't matter. So he should never go unblockable in this fight. His special one isn't actually unblockable here, which I thought it would be. Instead, it made me go unblockable for a short period of time you saw. That must be a node interaction. I wasn't actually aware of that. But anyway, now I know I can just block his special ones and we're going to be fine. We don't need Doom for another fight, so I don't care how much health I come out with during this fight. And all I want to do is get into my Doom cycle, so I'm trying to get him to just around 2 bars of power like I do right here. And once that happens, I can throw the special 3, and once I drop this, I'll get that massive Fury coming out of it. I should be able to get him back in the Doom cycle relatively easily if I need it. That Fury makes us hit so hard after that special that I definitely do not need it. So he's down to 25% after the special 3. Even though he's Incinerate immune, he's in Assassin's range now, and I know that special 3 is going to crush him with that Fury. So there we go. Relatively straightforward fight. Only took really 1 special 3 from Dr. Doom, and that pretty much sealed his fate. So we get the full attack bonus in 47 hits and move on to our second and our last fight of the war. So we have a Sorcerer Supreme on Path 4, and she's a 6-star at rank 3. These nodes are basically the same ones as the one prior, Steady Build-Up Unblockable, Crumbling Armor, Heal Block debuff, where if she stacks multiple debuffs on you, more than 3, she'll go unblockable for the duration of the fight until the debuffs are gone. So I think this is actually sneaky good placement. I don't know if it's better than her on Boss Island on the power gain node, but it actually is pretty good placement because even if her specials don't connect, because you can evade them fairly easily, if she throws her specials when she's in the correct blessing, she's going to be applying debuffs regardless. And with the armor break debuff as well, she could actually stack 3 debuffs at a time relatively quickly and almost without you knowing it. And so that happens a few times. Like right here, she'll apply a slow and an armor break debuff to me. Fortunately, because I'm Mole Man, and as long as I'm not in my frenzy, I can purify them. And so I shouldn't have to worry about her ever going unblockable. But you can see again, she applied 2 more debuffs with that special. And those probably would have stacked from the previous ones, which would have given her more than 3. Now, right here, I do enter the frenzy by mistake. Actually, I didn't mean to trigger it. I just missed a parry. But fortunately, this will give us a bunch of monster mass charges and should be able to keep us in the frenzy for a while. And once Moleman's in the frenzy, like, the opponents don't stand a chance. These guaranteed crits and bleeds I'm applying are just massive. I've got the armor break debuff on me, but you'll see it doesn't matter. That fight is over once I get into the frenzy, and we take her down. But I get the placement. I think it's actually pretty good. Without someone purifying those debuffs, she could stack more than 3 pretty easily, and you really wouldn't have a way to counter it. So, cool placement, but we get her down. 2 fights up, 2 fights down. We get out of this war deathless. We're going to jump right to the end here, and as you can see, we lost this war, even though they were down 1 man. They did have all 30 join the attack, but still. We won the diversity, because we knew we would. Unfortunately, we just died too many times, and they got us on attack bonus by 2. And that is enough points to make up the difference for the diversity mismatch that they ended up winning. So I think if we had died 1 last time, I think we would have had the lead, and I think we would have won. But, you know, they only died 5 times. They get a lot of credit. That's pretty impressive, especially for an alliance who finished Platinum 2 last season. We died 7. Which is actually an improvement. That is, like, I'm okay with this loss, honestly, because we only died 7 times, and that is solid. That not only is single digits, but that's like, you know, that's very respectable single digits. If we could get under 5, that would just be incredible, but 7 is, like, really, really good at this level. So, you know, they just played better. Credit to Universal Stars. They just performed flat out better than we did, and we fought really well. The crazy thing is their fight duration. They had it under 8,000, which I've never seen. So they were like cruising through their fights. They must have been using suicides with like ghosts and Omega Reds and Corvus Glaives. They just absolutely killed us on the fight duration. So they get a lot of credit, even down 1 man. So a lot of credit to them. Good war. They deserve the win. If we can continue with this kind of performance, though, if we can only die 7 times, I like our chances going forward. So hopefully we can do that and keep that going. But yeah, this is a loss for us, and that hurts a little bit because we had a nice little win streak going, but that comes to an end here. And that will give us a record of 4-4 now on the season. So we have won 4, we have lost 4. We were riding a nice 3-war win hot streak coming into this one. That comes to an end right here. That does bump us down to Tier 2. Which stinks, but it is what it is. So stay tuned for War number 9 if you want to check out how we did there. We only had a few fights in War 9 as well, so that'll follow this right now. So here we go, War number 9 of Season 29. Following our narrow defeat, we get matched up against RRH-2, an alliance who we have faced in the past, and like I mentioned from our last war, we did get knocked down to Tier 2. We are still in Platinum 1. And we are matched up against an alliance who is also Platinum 1 from last season. So another pretty good matchup. This seemed fairly fair on paper. And I don't actually remember the results from the last time we faced this alliance. It probably was 2 or 3 seasons ago. Either way, it doesn't matter. We obviously want to come out with a win. We're 4-4. We're looking to go 5-4. We're going to bring in a new team today. Well, 2 out of the 3 that are new. Apocalypse and Cable, an awesome team. Obviously, they synergize extremely well. And Human Torch. So, we've got only a few fights in this war. I think we only have 3. And we're only taking 1 fight in Section 1, even though we have multiple on our path. So, we're just going to take on the Black Widow Deadly Origin on Path 1. We're not taking on iHulk or Corvus. And we're not taking anything in the middle. And then we are going to jump to Path 5 in Section 2, where we have the Professor X and the Elsa Bloodstone fight. And that's it. So that'll do it for us. Again, a very short war. You can check out the bosses, pretty standard stuff up there. But let's get into our first fight in Section 1 and roll through this. We are going to use Apocalypse for this fight, and we are actually not going to have any fights with Cable in this war. He's only along for the synergy for Apocalypse, because we are going to get our 4 genetic charges by winning this fight with having Cable on the team, and then we're going to turn someone's Archangel into a Horseman for the Doctor Doom fight in the middle. But this fight is a Black Widow Deadly Origin on the Arc Overload node. Very simple fight, very simple node, very simple defender. We're going to go ahead and pop an invulnerability boost because we're doing it every time this war because we have so many of them. Or I'm sorry, this entire season actually. I think we've managed to take every fight with an invul boost. And Arc Overload is pretty straightforward. Just don't try to block and don't take any hits from them while the regen is active. The regen is not like a massive regen that's going to help them heal up through the fight, but it is one that makes them unblockable. So right here I get lucky because my hitting into the block stun does not last long, which I forgot. She was unblockable when I tried to launch that heavy, and fortunately she didn't come at me, so we get very, very lucky by not getting tagged there, and the heavy actually connected on the second hit, which was crazy. So right here we're just going to go ahead and throw our special one. I tried to time it correctly with Arc Overload so that we can kill the clock with the special animation while Arc Overload was active, and it worked out fairly well. I think we took like half of the Arc Overload timer off during the special, and we have the 4 genetic charges, so the specials are hitting pretty hard anyway. This time I do get the heavy off the stun correct. I don't try to get multiple hits in there. And right here, the Arc Overload is going to come back momentarily. I did not want her to throw that special. I was trying to get it so that I was going to throw mine. But I get it right here, and I time it so well, that's going to kill the entire Arc Overload timer. So there we go. I know a few more hits here are going to do it, and we KO her into the ground. We still have 100% of our health. Thank you, Apocalypse, and that massive health pool. Like I said, a very simple defender. She's really not a threat, I don't think, anywhere in Alliance War. Personally, I know some people maybe have some issues with her. I don't. I think her animations are very simple, but there we go. Section 1 gone, and the Deathless Streak is still active, still alive. We're going to go to Path 5 in Section 2, throw another invulnerability boost on, again, just for the heck of it. These were actually the last 2 fights of the war, so I finished my path late the next day. And it's a Professor X. He's a 6-star rank 3. We're going to use our Flame On Human Torch ability here. This is Human Torch's only fight, and it's the Ebb and Flow Intercept node. The Sadist node doesn't really matter because I don't think Human Torch's Nova Flames count as debuffs, actually, so his power gain will not be like crazy powerful here with all the Nova Flames we're applying. So he really is the perfect counter for this fight here. Professor X does energy damage, so he's building our temperature and our smolders. We don't mind taking some blocked hits. It's our only Human Torch fight. He can do whatever he wants to us. As long as he doesn't kill us, we should be good. And as long as we keep our temperature up, we should not falter and miss him. So the Untouchables global should never come into play, and he should never gain power that way. I just have to bait specials periodically throughout this fight just to make sure he doesn't go to a special 3, and that's going to be it. We're actually never going to remove the protection on this node. The Nova Flames are doing so much damage, even with their protection up, that I'm willing to play this slightly longer fight if I don't have to risk intercepting. I just wasn't really feeling it. There's no need. And I have the invul boost, and I actually use a hit of it right here because I don't know if I forgot to dex, but I think I didn't realize that the last hit of that special was unblockable. But either way, I still have 2 hits on the invulnerability boost left, so I still have that safety net. Feeling really confident now. Again, the protection's been up the entire fight, and I don't care. We nuke in with the special 2 there. We're going to throw the special 1 here. 8 Nova Flames. He's going to throw a special and KO himself into the ground with power sting damage. And there we go. So the protection stays up the entire fight. We get him down relatively easily. Full attack bonus, no problem there. Human Torch in that Flame On, just an absolute silver bullet. Take out whoever you want with that thing, and it's stupidly effective. That's going to take us to our last fight of the war. Like I said, very quick one. Elsa Bloodstone. We still have the invul boost active. She's a 6-star rank 3, Ebb and Flow Intercept, Mighty Charge node. We're going to use Apocalypse here, and this isn't perfectly ideal because we lost the genetic charges by turning someone else's horseman or archangel into a horseman, which means our specials are going to be hitting like fairly weak. So we really need to remove the protection here in this fight to get some like good damage. I could probably do the entire fight without removing the protection, and I actually get a weird funky intercept right there. I didn't mean to do it that way. It's supposed to be a backdraft, but either way we got a Fury, so we're doing our regular damage now. I did not time it very well because I only got like 3 hits of the special off without the protection. The other 3 were capped by the damage cap because of the node. But as you can see, we're doing well. I get really lucky again with the heavy attack here. I launch it after trying to connect on a medium, which in war you cannot do because everyone's running max limber, so stupid by me, but I got very fortunate, very lucky. She didn't punish it. And we actually got another intercept, so we have our Fury up. We're going to throw the special 1, and this time we get some good damage on the entire thing. We connect on all of it, but obviously the special attacks are not doing nearly as much damage without all those passive Furies. And we are trying to bait a special 1 here. I just want to bait special 1s all day from Elsa. They're super easy to evade. I don't have to evade all the hits because we've got such a big health pool, and this is our last fight of the war, so I don't care how I come out of this fight. And of course we still have the 3 hits from the invulnerability boost as a safety net. So what I'm going to do is build to my special 2 now, and once I have 2 bars of power, I'm going to go for an intercept, get the Fury, and throw off a special 2 with the Fury, and hopefully that comes close to finishing this fight. So I'm going to bait out 1 more special here. Like I said, very easy to evade. I go in and I punish it a little late. I'm a little lucky there. I do get a backdraft here, which works out. So there's the Fury, and there's the big hits on the special 2. And this fight is over at this point. I think I'm going to bait 1 more special before I try to end it. Oh no, I actually get tagged here at the end. So I take a little bit of damage there. There goes my invulnerability boost. It wouldn't have mattered. I don't think those hits would have done a whole lot of damage either way. We're going to throw the special 1 with the protection up, and that's going to do it. So a longer fight, but still very straightforward, very simple fight with Apocalypse. He's got that massive health pool, so even taking some hits, I could have survived and been fine. It did take 80 hits, which is quite lengthy for an Alliance War fight, but we get out of there, and we finish War number 9 deathless. The streak is still alive. Here's BG3's comparison. We finished the map with only 3 deaths, which is very solid. So a good war by BG3, and they have yet to clear, but they have only 2 fights left, and they've died 9 times. So our defense is racking up the kills, performing very well. So we win our BG. We also had the fight duration tiebreaker in our battle group. Not that it's needed or that it really matters, but always nice to see. And overall, as an alliance, we did get the win here today, which is great. That puts us at 5-4 now on the season. It ended up being a pretty convincing win. We died 8 times, which is only 1 more than our previous war, so keeping it to single digits is definitely a positive thing. That is good to see. I think we are always going in the right direction if we can keep them down there. Our defense got 21 kills, so we were never really in doubt with this war. Our fight duration was well below theirs as well, so we had that tiebreaker. Credit to RRH-2. They cleared the map, and they played well, just not good enough today. So this was a good win for us, puts us at 5-4. Hopefully this, I don't think it'll put us in Tier 1. Hopefully it does, but we're going to be in Platinum 1 regardless after this war. And with only a few wars left in the season, I'm guessing Platinum 1 will be our ending spot for the end of this season. But we'll see. You never know. If we can win these next 3 wars in a row, get into Tier 1, I mean, there's a chance. There's the potential for a Masters finish, maybe. But my guess is Platinum 1 at this point. So hopefully we can just hang on to that rating. That's kind of the best case scenario at this point, that we can finish here and finish strong in the top of P1. Worst case scenario is we lose the next 3 and we go down to P2. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we can finish the season strong and go from there. So appreciate the views. Hope you enjoyed this multi-war video. Hit the like button if you did. Let me know. And subscribe if you want to see the last 3 wars of the season. And we will catch you in those videos. See ya.